Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello guys, welcome to PHN Technology Private Limited. In today's session, we are going to learn about typecasting. Now, what is typecasting? Now, in previous session, we have learned about data types, right? Now here, there is a concept that, for example, in your C programming, firstly you have initialized a variable and you have given it a particular data type. Let's say int a is equal to 20. The variable data type, that is a variable data type, is my int, right? So now what will I want that while you're performing the operations and everything, I have done everything. I have given the proper code. Now while taking the output, I want to change the data type of int and I want the output as in my float value, that is in float data type. Then what will I do? Because I have initialized a variable as int, then how can I get the output as float? Right? This can be done through your typecasting. So what is it now? What is typecasting? Typecasting is nothing but a type conversion. Means it can convert a particular data type in a second another particular data type. Right? Now this typecasting can be done using two different types, that is implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting. Right? Now let's see one by one. Okay. Now firstly, before starting with my types of typecasting, let's first consider here there are certain priorities of your data types too. That means your data types, that is int, float, double and etc. These data types also have a certain priority. That means this, let's say int have a least priority, and then a float, then double, and similarly likewise. So this chart is giving you the proper view of your the data type priorities. This is how your data type priority is given. Your int has the least priority and below that there is a short int. Okay, so this is how your priority of data types is represented. Now let's come back to your types of typecasting. First, let's consider implicit typecasting. Now, implicit typecasting is also known as type promotion. Now, what do you understand by promotion word only? Now, we know that promotion means, let's say in a bank, you are a clerk. Now, you are getting promoted into a manager post. So, this is what promotion is, right? Means from a smaller post, you are getting promoted into a higher post. Similarly that's what happens in my implicit typecasting too. In implicit, what happens is smaller priority data type gets converted into higher priority data type. Okay. And because now if you consider that bank example, now if you are getting promoted into a higher post, then are you having a loss? No, right? You are having a profit only. You are gaining something only. You aren't losing something. Right? That's true, right? So similarly happens in my implicit too. While the conversion process, am I losing something? No, let's say my short int is getting converted into int. Now I know that short int have a lower value, have a lower precedence, have a lower priority, and that value is getting converted into higher priority level, and that is int. It won't lose anything, it will gain only, and this is the basic advantage of your implicit typecasting too. Here there is no loss of your value, there is only gaining of the values. And hence if you are converting a data type also, there isn't a loss and you are not losing the meaning of the initial value also. Right? And how you can implement this implicit typecasting, let's see through it my code. Okay. Now here let's write first return 0, right? Because I have given int main, right? Then here I will consider int a is equal to 10. Now again I will give short int is equal to B. Now what I want is, I have assigned a variable integer data type and that value of a is 10. Now I want b variable, and b variable data type is my shortend, and shortend precedence level is lower than my integer. Then which is getting converted here? Shortend is getting converted into integer. So let's convert it, means I am giving b the value of a. This is what I am doing, right? I am giving b variable the value of a variable. So now let's print the values and check it whether it is possible or not. The value of a is equal to %d, and then here a. Okay, let's copy this, paste it. Here I will print the value of b, right? So let's save the code and let's see the output now first. See here, what is it giving me? The value of a is 10 and then the value of b is 10 also. How is it possible here? How is the output coming? Because I am giving the value of a, I am assigning the value of a to b. Now is it any loss here? Am I losing something? No. There is only gaining over here. There is no loss of value. And this is how your implicit typecasting is done. Right? So this was your implicit typecasting. And now second type is explicit typecasting. Now explicit typecasting is nothing but the reverse of implicit. Means what? In implicit, the smaller value was getting converted into the larger value, whereas in explicit what happens, the larger value is converted into the smaller value. Means here what is happening? Here it is demotion, right? Let's say you are having a higher post and now you are demoted. Means you are now you are going to the smaller post. Now you are losing something, right? So similarly here what happens here, while the process is going on, the conversion process is going on, there is a loss of value, there is a loss of meaning, right? Let's consider here I have a double value, right? Means a 1.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Likewise, I have a big value because double stored the larger values, right? But now this double is getting converted into a float. Now float. Now will this double, that is the bigger value, will get stored in my float? No. Because double value stores 8 byte of weightage, whereas float stores 4 byte of weightage. This memory is, if this is there is a gap of 4 bytes, then how will it store these many numbers? It won't store. Then what will it do? It will store the value, but it will also neglect the extra values. It will cancel out the extra values from it, the initial value, and hence we can say that there is a loss of values, there is a loss of meaning, right? So this is what your explicit typecasting is. And let's see this example, how we can implement it through my C programming, right? So here let's remove this first. Now I have taken int sum, let's say sum is my 19, and then again I have taken float. Okay, so float is my, let's say 2.3. Now I have given count is equal to, let's say 3. Okay, now here what will I do? I will take double mean. Now what I am doing is I am finding the mean over here. So I know that while finding a mean, what I do, mean is equal to sum divided by count. That's what the formula of mean is, right? So similarly I will do it here, and now I want it that, see, mean is my what, which type of data type? That is my double. So what I want is, whatever the answer of double divided by count will be, it should store in mean. That means the value, whatever the division value will be, should be a double value, right? So therefore the syntax of the explicit typecasting is this. You have to specify the data type over there, whatever the data type you want to get it converted to, right? Let's print the value over here. Printf the value of mean is. Here I will take %f, comma, here mean. Right, save this. Let's run this code. See, here it is giving me 0.333333. Why 3333? Because it is adjusting it to the double data type, because we have specified that whatever the value means sum divided by count, whatever the value will come, it should have a integer data, double data type, right? So this is how your explicit typecasting works. Whenever you want to change a data type in your code, you can use this concept of typecasting. Okay, this was all about your typecasting and the types of your typecasting. So this was it for today's session. Let's meet up for the next session. So for now, thank you and goodbye.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.